An article I wanted to cover a little while ago, but I'm just sort of getting to it now, is DC's new Batman series accused of AI artwork. Have you heard
Uh,
anything about this art?
I just started seeing it cross my feed, and I was like, oh, groaning, because here's another one. You know, here's another one.
Well, I don't know if there's proof of it or not. Like, that's the whole reason why we're going to check this out. It's from CBR, so there might be some credibility to here. But it says writer and designer James Leach questions whether DC Comics utilize AI generated art in the production of its current Batman ongoing series. It's quite the claim.
Well, and you can just about claim it and question anything now. I mean, honestly, I do follow AI quite. I follow it good and bad, but it's so hard to tell sometimes nowadays. It's you know,
Let's
anyone
find
that
out. Let's find
says
out
that
what
they
they
can tell
say.
every time is a little bit wrong, I feel.
In March 10, thread on X, Leach noted numerous potential reasons why he believes that DC Comics may very well have utilized AI generated artwork in the current Batman run. He says, now that I have read all the issues of Batman that Andrea Sorrentino contributed to, I feel like there's plenty strong case that AI art is being used. I love to be wrong about this, especially as the run has been really great, but it's so hard to avoid. So we're getting these artists, right, accusing other artists of being AI, or at least maybe using AI to some degree to aid in their artwork. I think that's maybe what's going on. There's a tweet right here. He says, I feel like there's a strong case that AI art is being used. I love to be wrong about this. I'll explain this in this thread. And he's got several examples posted there of what he believes to be AI art. He went on to note the usual tall tale signs of AI generated artwork in DC Comics' recent Batman 143, written by Chip Zdarsky and illustrated by Andrea Sorrentino. These include strange anatomy, errors a human is unlikely to make, such as the Joker's weird hands and wandering nipples. He also pointed out a general lack of similar artwork in Sorrentino's various social media accounts, with only a couple of Instagram posts sharing similar styling. The use of artificial intelligence in generating artwork has been a hot topic of conversation in comics and related industries, with many artists and creators openly decrying that the use of programs such as Midjourney as only removed from plagiarism by a single degree. These types of programs are typically trained on thousands, if not millions, of pieces of original artwork, which are broken down through the algorithm for the AI to use as the basis for its works it generates. Among those who have been particularly outspoken on the subject is Jose B. Robello, an animator on the hit series series called One Piece. Of course, we've all heard of One Piece. Wizards of the Coast, which owns Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, came under fire in January 2024 when AI artwork was used in the promo material for the later game. The artwork, which has been since deleted from social media, showcased a steampunk-style lab setting. Fans quickly noted several hallmarks of AI-generated art within the image, to which Wizards of the Coast responded that no such technology has been utilized in its creation. That statement was quickly walked back by Wizards of the Coast, who admitted to having published the AI art, while also noting that the image itself was supplied by a quote-unquote vendor. We've also seen most recently the Todd McFarlane contest, right? Everyone's been chirping about that. How one of the runners-up happens to be an AI artist. Robot 9000, I think, is the guy's name, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And so that once again, just sort of flares up the conversation. It seems like the AI conversation on this channel has been ongoing now for at least a year. you know,
Right, like they said, hot topic. It's
what do
definitely.
you make of all this? Do you think there might be any truth to the claim, Art, when you look at see if we can get a better view of this, something like that?
What gets me is the layout of his stuff, and I gotta. I mean, honestly, my style is directly. changed throughout the history of my style too. But in his work, it seems like there's a vary of style. So is he painting that? Is he, you know, where's his receipts? That's maybe where you can start with it.
I think we're seeing a lot more of that. Where are the receipts sort of comments? Let's see the process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know some artists feel like that's almost insulting them in their craft, but maybe if you want to ensure that the piece is not AI and you don't know the artist in question that well,
I don't know of an artist that doesn't take receipts nowadays, though. That's the
right?
thing, and they're like something like any of those pieces will take such a long time, even for the fastest ones. Um, you know, if I were to put out something like that, it would take me a year. I mean, that's like a straight up master style painting. I mean, I don't know. Some other people might take a week, but still, they're going to take pictures along the way. It's part of the process nowadays. I mean, maybe if they're one of those ones that holds themselves up in a cabin in the woods and they don't want technology around them, they're gonna maybe not take any. But it's unheard of nowadays for somebody not to take a picture or something along the way. If it's a painting, you'll see a canvas, you'll see some sketches, you'll see a half done painting. You'll be able to show it. If it's Photoshop, you'll be able to show different layers, things like that. It's easy to show. Now, also, so it might just come to the fact that if you're employing these people, you might have to require some receipts down the line. Because
Well, I can almost see that becoming a thing, but I also can see some of these companies just allowing the AI in. You know what I
yep,
mean?
just saying I don't care if you don't like it. Scroll on. Maybe that's what McFarlane's doing. He's just being
Hey,
like,
don't you
my
talk
thing.
about me, bud.
My thing about him is, and this whole situation that's going on with him is, in the contest, it said no AI. So that's where I feel like he needs to maybe say, listen, I got duped. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So to my
We're gonna pick a
knowledge,
different winner.
no response from the Todd father yet. To my knowledge.
No, no. I just heard that on Pete's stream. Even nothing yet. I know people that are unfollowing the Todd father because of it. So, um, that's a story.
I'm giving Toddy the benefit of the doubt. I really am, and it's because I'm biased. I do like the man's art. I got to meet the man in person, shake his hand, and talk with him for a little bit at a convention. I think he's a decent, honorable guy from everything that I've ever seen of him. But he does need to respond, and the longer he takes, the more I see people turning from him.
Yep, they're jumping ship, and I hate to see that too because yeah, of course, he's one of the most influential people in art in this time frame, but
All he's got to do is make a video and say, "Hey, bud, it's come to my attention that there's a piece of AI art that was passed and got submitted through as a winner, bud. The rules say no AI art, bud. So we are going to disqualify this piece, bud." And a story.
yep, simple,
Something like
you know,
that. I mean,
yep.
phrase a lot better than that, but
Well, I mean, just even as simple as that. It's like, I said what I said. I'm gonna keep my word. Sorry this happened. Even if he was to say, listen, I like AI art, and I'll use it in the future, but this was the case with the contest.
Well, guys, we want to know what you think. Do you think AI art was used in that particular issue of Batman or any other of the Batmans that you may have been reading? If you got any other information on that, because I haven't seen anything said about that since. So if there is any more information, let me know down in the chat below. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, hit all the buttons.
Well, and if
And
anyone knows that there's a program out there, right, that people have been putting
Art,
their
I'm trying to wrap up the video.
I'm sorry.
Hit all the buttons. And we'll see you for the next video. Peace. All right, guys, if you're wondering who today's video sponsor is, look no further. It is me, Austin. It is me all along. And I just like to talk about, people ask, I like to buy Nyobi. How do I get some pigtails in my life? Where do I get started? Do you have any sites? What can I do to get your books in my hands? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to provide you that answer right meow. So here it goes, man. The first way you can do it, and probably the best way, is to my Shopify store. You can access that, nyobicomics.myshopify.com, or you can simply go to the YouTube channel where you're watching this video now, go to the main page and click on Store. There you will see Nyobi items up for grabs. Just click on one and proceed from there. Now, let's say you're an eBay buyer. You like eBay, use eBay? Well, we got you covered there. ebay.ca, USR, Nyobicomic. If you just type in Nyobi on eBay, you're going to find me. I got several listings there. And on eBay, typically you're going to find the harder to get variants, a little bit of our more expensive items, and harder to find back issues. So if collectibles are your thing, eBay is where you want to go for more Nyobi. Where else can you get Nyobi? Maybe eBay's too expensive for you. Maybe you read on a budget. Maybe you like having books on a tablet, on a phone, read them on your PC, whatever. So get Nyobi at Gumroad, nyobicomics.gumroad.com. It's great for those who read on digital. We got lots of great items there. You can buy them for $5 or less. Nyobi on digital, gumroad.com. Now, the other way you can get Nyobi is by going to your local comic book shop. Just the other day, Nyobi Birthright was released by Antarctic Press and in shops nationwide, worldwide. So go into your local comic shop, ask if they have any Nyobi. If they don't, ask them if they can order it. And if we happen to be in a time where we haven't released anything in a little while, maybe see if there's any Nyobi in those back issue bins. So Nyobi at your local comic book shop. But that's not all. You go to antarcticpress.myshopify.com. Antarctic Press, of course, is the label that publishes Nyobi. You can go ahead and buy Nyobi directly from them online as well. So go ahead and give Antarctic Press, give AP some love, and tell Ben Dunn I said hello. But that's not it, folks. Our major way to get Nyobi, our preferred way, honestly, when it comes right down to the end of it here, is you can get Nyobi on Kickstarter when we release them. We'll be doing Nyobi Outbreak number 3 in March. We'll have all the Nyobi goodies that you can shake a stick at, plus Savage Sim, plus Nyobi Penguina, plus more. Nyobi Kickstarter. Kickstarter is where our biggest fan base is. It's where we make the most amount of money. It is what we plug the most. All those other things I went over just a little while ago, those are great if you're looking to catch up. If you're looking to get the latest, greatest, the newest issue of Nyobi as it comes out, Kickstarter is the way to go. But with that being said, however you get Nyobi in your life, we appreciate it. Nyobi 2024 is going to be the year of the pigtail. We got so much lined up, man. It's going to be crazy. So thank you very much for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for more videos. And just know, I'm always the sponsor, Austin.